Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is February 27th, 2012. Let's get right into the charts here. There is a lot to cover. I'm going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see they are trading lower by 6.5 points this morning. Good little decline. They were actually even a little bit lower around 6 o'clock in the morning. However, have come back just a touch. Whenever the futures are down, that tells you one thing. The U.S. dollar index is obviously stronger, and that certainly is the case this morning. You can see the U.S. dollar index really surging higher from right around 2 o'clock in the morning, pulling back a little bit, and really right at the high of the day at the moment. So, again, when the dollar moves up, the market moves down. It's an inflation, deflation story. The dollar is the driving force behind every stock market move out there at this time. So, once again, dollar is higher, market is lower. Market is coming under some pressure really across the board. It looks like last night, if you look at the Asian markets, for the most part, they were down really. Every major index was lower except for the Shanghai, which was higher by just 0.3%. But the Indian Sensex really got hit last night, trading down nearly 2.7% last night. So traders got to watch all the Indian ADRs this morning. Stocks like Tata Motors, you'll see trading down already. Infosys trading lower. So keep an eye on all the Indian ADRs. They will be under pressure. You could also watch the IFN, which is the India Fund. That's also likely to be under pressure as soon as the market opens this morning. So India was hit pretty hard last night. Watch all the Indian ADRs. They could be under some more pressure today once the U.S. markets open. Okay, so that's a pretty sizable move whenever you're lower by over 2.5%. It's a pretty good decline. You did have the Hang Seng last night down about 0.9%. And the Nikkei was basically flat, just down about 0.1%. So you don't want to make too much out of it. The Shanghai, which is probably the most important index in all of Asia, was positive. But nonetheless, it was really a flat night overall. Nothing to really say there. But India was the big loser last night, so you want to watch that Indian Sensex. That is a very, very important index, especially if you're holding any of these Indian ADRs, such as Tata Motors or the India Fund or even Infosys or any of the other many companies that trade in many of the other Indian ADRs. All right, let's take a look at a few other things here this morning. It looks like you have gold trading lower this morning. Gold is finally trading down about 7 points, but it has been on an amazing run. Here's the GLD. You'll see the GLD trading at 171.78. Closed on Friday, I believe, at 172.23. So trading down a little. Nothing disastrous here. Gold is trading off a little bit, just down a little bit. You'll see oil is also trading lower. Spot crude at this moment is trading down about $1 to 108.78. Over last night was even trading above the 109 level. So oil has been just on an absolute tear to the upside. But it is coming in a little bit this morning. Just trading down $1, though. Not that big of a fall for oil. After a big move that it's had, a little consolidation actually could build bullish foundation for oil. So, again, we have to keep our eye on it. But it is trading lower today. The USO is what I have up right here. You'll see trading at 41.63. Pretty decent little pullback, but nothing disastrous. Closed at 42.01 on Friday, trading at 41.63. Spot crude is down about $1, trading just underneath the 109 level. But these are still very, very high oil prices. The price for gasoline has definitely has definitely been a problem. If you look at a daily chart of the UGA, and this is United States Gasoline Fund, look at how this thing has inflated since December 19th. It was trading below around the $45 area, now trading at 57 bucks. It's pretty incredible when you look at it, and everybody's starting to feel it and see it at the pump. So there's no doubt about it. It is coming into play. It is starting to affect the way people spend money. It is starting to affect the way that people will have to will use their discretionary spending, and that is going to hurt any inflation rally that is caused by the central bankers. All right, let's take a look at a few other things. We have some stocks in the news this morning. We're going to start off with this one because this is probably the most important. LNG, everybody knows it, Cheniere Energy. The stock is getting a pretty good pop. It looks like BlackRock, ticker symbol BX, Blackstone Group, which is a private equity group, looks like they're making a $2 billion investment into LNG. and that is causing these stocks to get a big bid. You also can look at the CQP, which is I believe Cheniere Energy Partners. You can see the big pop there, pulling back a little bit, but not a big deal. Look at this thing closed at basically $20.90, trading all the way up to 22.60. So very, very good pop there. It looks strong. It looks strong from what I can see right now. It's nothing really wrong here. There's nothing I would do. I really wouldn't even get in front of this. Looks like a decent gap higher, and we'll let it go from there. Again, if you're looking at LNG, it does have a lot of resistance around the 1750 level. I don't know if you want to short it there. We'd have to look and when the market opens and see how it's shaping up. But there's a lot of resistance there. So if you own it, you want to take some profits. 1750 may not be a bad spot. All right, let's take a look at Lowe's. Lowe's reported earnings. I don't think it's a big deal. The stock is trading up at 27.80. Decent little pop. It still has to get through a little bit of a pivot resistance on the daily chart around 28.50. We'll see if it could get through there. It's a decent little gap. Again, I don't see all that much activity for Lowe's. Lowe's will hit good resistance around 29.65, 29.75, right in that area. That would be, max move to the upside. And if it did fall, it has a lot of support around the 26 level, 25.50 area. So that's kind of Lowe's. There's really not a lot you could do with it. I'm also seeing Netflix making a little bit of a decline this morning. The stock really still looks pretty weak on all time frames, in my opinion. Can it bounce back up? Yeah, this stock gets thrown around like a cheap suit, up, down, all around. Very difficult to trade. But really, the level you want to watch for in this thing is around, I'm going to say $91, 90, maybe 90.50. In that vicinity, that's where Netflix actually looks attractive for a short-term bounce. Other than that, it really doesn't look all that attractive, at least from my vantage point. Okay, so that's what we're looking at this morning. There's not all that much. Mondays are a little bit on the quiet side. I don't really see all that many big gap ups or gap downs. The ones I'm looking at are kind of shallow. So once again, I don't really see all that much going on. There was a big G20 meeting over the weekend, but really not causing all that much activity in the market. But we are starting off with lower futures, and we'll have to watch. This market's been overbought for quite a while, so we'll see if today could be a real decline, or does the market do its normal float right back up, which it has been doing since December 19th on every single dip. So we'll have to be a little bit patient, watch these charts closely, and we'll see what the market gives us. With that said, everybody, I'd like to wish you all a great trading day. Hope you had a nice weekend, and we will see you on the charts tomorrow.